Oh, hello. This is Parkinson's walk, actually on a walk. Trying to walk off a few mince pies. I have to say, it's not too good out here. A little bit fresh, but we shall make it. I'm just coming on to announce a small change in the programme for next week. Also wish you a happy new year, get that out of the way. Of course, from where you're watching it now, you're into the new year. From where I'm recording this at the moment, a couple of days to go. A brief look at the comments shows quite a few of our virtual family have been struck down with this blessed cold that's been going around. I hope you're all on the mend, as it were, getting better. So anyway, right, now I did promise another snowy walk for this week, but quite frankly I didn't have enough snow, fell up with a cold, so I'm going to put Cornwall walk on just the same as the summer one. Something to look forward to. Because if you're in the southern hemisphere, you're already into this, aren't you? We lot on this side are still suffering the cold of midwinter, although we have passed the equinox, so we're on our way to summer. Right, so I'll put this film on next week. I'll dig one out from somewhere, and then the following week we're going to start a small series of the branch line between the Gloucestershire to Bristol Midland Railway line, branching out from Mangotsfield to Bath, which gave them a bigger customer base, freight base, and a link to London. So we'll pop and have a look at that, see if anything remains. And I think there's about 4 or 5 films in that sequence. So we'll see that. So I'll see you down there next Friday. You know the rest. Breakfast over with then. What a beautiful sunny start. Going to be a bit cloudy today, Monday morning, and we're going to Stepper Point, which is the point that the military used to occupy during the wars, and it was their defensive position and also where they used to load and unload stores. We're going to have a nice walk, see what we can see. Fortunately we have a map. We're about here. So we'll go round Padstow, try not to lose too much height by going round by the church. Then we'll go along the path here, coastal path, past all these lovely coves, gun points, round here or across there, if the tide's right, and out to Stepper Point. That's today's objective. First order of business then, get round Padstow by using all the back roads where we don't lose too much height. We're dressed for cool conditions, but the wind's not too strong and it's 12 degrees, so no worries really. Good to see they've cleared the leaves off to the side, so it's not too slippery for us old folk. Oh, we'll skirt around the church. Pauline's been turfed out the church hall this morning for her ladies' morning. Gone somewhere else. And down here, over there. And then at the top of the road, it goes from a hard surface onto a cobbled, I suppose, surface. And this will be what's known as military grade, I guess. Stop and just have a look at that. We'll be seeing this surface now on and off all the way to Stepper. Using this route up here means you avoid going through Padstow, and you also lessen the climb from the level of the estuary. Spreading out before us, with the rock on the other side of the estuary. With the seats here, it's become a place of dedication. Quite appropriate for a war road. Of course, that's a fitting memorial, being a war memorial. The view back to Padstow. And then on the tip of the horizon, through the stile, you can see today's objective at Stepper Point. We're off and running. And as you can see, a few tarmac patches on the mainly cobbled road, or dressed road if you prefer. A small side track here. A bit of a drop off. This whole area known as Tregells. I don't know which war this path was built for, because some of the fortifications here go back to Napoleonic times. So I should think first or second. Now we've kind of gone inland now to get around the head of a cove. If you want to go there, that's the route, but we're headed this way. Head of a brook here, which necessitated building a bridge. The reason for coming this way is to tag this which is an old military bunker. You would have to say, looking at the hinges, that it was a very secure place. I think probably for storing ammunition. Nice decorative wall at the back here. And I'm not going in there because it's quite grotty. Complete with a rifle slot, just to deter visitors. Inside, black as pitch. You'd have to say that is a very strong defensive wall on that side as well. Okay, on to the next objective. Okay, drop that onto the beach. So there's our next objective then, on top of the point, which is another fortification. The only issue is we've got to get up there somehow. This one, as you can see, guards the estuary against marauders, and it's been doing it since Napoleonic times. Down here, black as pitch. Bray Hill as a backdrop. And still with the sighting for a gun here. From on the roof you can see there's another gun emplacement here. Securing boats have been severely bent. And then also from here you can see our ultimate objective, which is Stepper Point. Which means that you've got good covering fire from here in both directions. So anything coming up there gets the benefit of crossfire and closes off the estuary. So you get an idea of the defensive layout. Anything trying to get up the estuary here comes under fire and hopefully doesn't make it. We now have to head that way, round Hawker's Cove, past the old Coast Guard cottages. Back on the yellow brick road then. Just a little ways farther on, yet another gun emplacement. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. Ammunition store. Heard it called that before. Here we appear to have lost the treated surface, but I suspect it's more to do with the shifting sand. So I would imagine that the road sometime was here and has now been buried. Okay, so from here then we've got two choices. We can either go around the head of the cove on the path, or take a chance and cross the sand. To me it looks okay. Got to get to the lifeboat house, so we'll try the sand route. With apologies to my sister who doesn't like foot shots, we're on the sand. Here then is the issue with this route. At some stage you've got to cross the stream and it changes its direction, its depth with almost every tide. Today's low water springs, so I'm hopeful. Just got this bit to negotiate somehow. Find the best spot, go for it. Success. That's good. That is very good. Feet still dry. Sometimes being clever like that can catch you out. Because you cross one part of the stream only to find you've got yet another piece to go, which is impassable. But from the other side I did notice this strip of dry sand here. So I think we got this in the bag. And a better chance to see stepper here from the seaward side. I'm not sure until I process the film whether we're sending at the landing stage. It had pretty much gone last time I looked. There somewhere above the high water mark. Should be in shot there somewhere. With the black glowering clouds up there, we now have to join the military path up there. I'm back on the surface road. Which quickly turns into this. It's a very narrow path. This bit here shows you the difficulty of making a hard road or anything here. Carve through solid rock to level it out. So of course they didn't do that. They bypassed this bit, and we'll join the bypass in just a second. And here then is the crossroads, as you can see. So they could get their harder equipment down here, I suppose, the heavier equipment. And we're now taking a right, actually going down to Stepper Point. Just gone 2 o'clock, so the tide is now on the make, rising. Must be break time, I think. All carved out of solid rock. Not by the War Department, I don't think, but they must have modified it. Okay, so you're going to have to trust me on this then. What you see down there at the water's edge, a straight line. Nature abhors a straight line. So what you're actually looking at there is a landing platform. And this is where they would crane things in from the bigger ships. The big ships, of course, couldn't get to Padstow. So they dug out the estuary and moored the ships just there. And in actual fact, just down there you can see the remains of the jetty, all that remains. And next up, Stepper Point. We have a bit of a leak out the mountainside here to traverse first. Hey. Hewn out of solid rock. Where we've just come, through there, through there. You'll notice to the right here there's a bank. That's to give you cover from enemy fire if they're going up the estuary, gives a chance to move about. Not a very good place to be, but you can see a little bit more of the structure here. And this is its purpose today, a warning light, so you can see which way to get into the Padstow estuary. The skippers that know the area actually use the waves hitting that rock there to judge when to turn their boats about. Shows an incoming wave. And there you can see on the promontory another gun position. Complete with military steps. A rude shelter from the elements, whilst you gaze out to sea, and the view out. Not a gun position. Nice view of Pentar today. I believe the island is called something like Rainier, right in the entrance. And you can just make out, poking up on the top there, the day mark, which marked the entrance to the Padstow estuary. There's also a Coast Guard station up there, can't see that today. It's a flat of Stepper. You would imagine there was some serious military hardware positioned here. Anti-ship, I guess. So that concludes another glorious Cornwall walk. This one to Stepper Point, including all the military installations here and on our way here. Lovely walk. Enjoyed it? Why not come with me on another one?